Hey guys, we finally got a new Rift. This one has a very interesting mechanic, so we're gonna see very soon. And as usual, remember to like the video, subscribe if you didn't already, and let's get into it. So first of all, I wanna say something for the people that use the same class as me, which is Eagle Eye. You will see two runs of this Rift. One is with the burst build, and one is with the single target build. You can choose which one you prefer to use based on the damage that you see. Of course, it's gonna change depending on your stat, but it's just to give you an idea. So for everybody else, the boss starts here, and as you can see on the top of the screen, there is like an image of the face of the boss that slowly charges up during the run, and basically based on the percentage of how charged up it is, something different is gonna happen. So the first time it charges up is like 25%. The boss is gonna do a powered up version of his skill Ascension. When it does Ascension, it's always a good idea for the tank to use Shield. When it charges up a second time, so 50%, it's gonna do a powered up version of Sandstorm. Now, when it does the power up version of Sandstorm, it's very important for the healer to cleanse, because the powered up version will give everybody a debuff that is on accuracy, and obviously it's a problem for, especially for the DPS. They're not gonna do as much damage if you don't have all the accuracy that they usually have. And the third one, so 75%, it's gonna be a spawn, like it's gonna use a skill that he always has, but when you use that skill powered up, it's gonna spawn true mob. If that happens, it's advised for the tank to use Warcry, so to taunt the mob, because it's quite annoying for everybody else if they get attacked by this monster. And the 100%, so if it charges up all the way up to the end of the horn, it's gonna wipe out the entire team. Now that's obviously a problem, and you want to avoid that. So what you have to do to reset this charge is to destroy one of the horn. As you can see in the run, it already happened that one of the horn was destroyed. The DPS can change the target, and they can decide when they want to target the horn. Now for me, the idea is that when I start to see that it's getting closer to 50%, I start to focus the horn. So I change my focus from the main body to the horn. And the reason is that I want to avoid as much as possible for the bar to reach 75%, but you don't want to do it too soon. Like, you don't want to start the run and break one of the horn right away and then start to focus immediately after the first one to the second one, because if you break both of them too soon and you don't have enough DPS to kill the boss, the face is still gonna charge up. So it's not like if you destroy both horn, it's not gonna charge up anymore. Even if you break both of them, it's gonna charge up, and so you don't want to break them too soon. Otherwise, you have no way to reset the charge after you break it 2 times. So for this reason, as I mentioned before, I always try to break it when it's around 50%, because it's not that much of a big deal if it does the skill at 50%, because the healer can use cleanse and the damage is not a problem. But more than that, it can actually be annoying, it can actually be dangerous, and obviously you don't want in any case, in any situation, to reach 100% of the charge, otherwise you die and the run fail. And yeah, that's pretty much it about this boss, about this run. I also want to say that I saw people doing, and also talking about doing it with the mercenary, so with bot. I tried, but in my case, I had about 150 million damage per second, and it was not enough to finish the run before the face charged up for the third time. So I basically broke both of the horn, and I still didn't kill it fast enough. So it charged up to 100% and I lost. I also tried to do it with another DPS player, so it was me, a DPS, and 2 bot, which were the tank and the healer, because actually it's not that difficult for tank and healer. Like, you don't really need someone with a very crazy equipment or combat power. But the problem is that in that case, because the healer is not, obviously it's a bot and is not as good as a person, the other DPS died, and so it was a problem, because I was just by myself at that point and it was useless. So yeah, I think unless you have very, very high damage, it's better to just do it with someone else, like with a partner player. If you have a lot of damage as a DPS, or you have a friend with also a lot of damage and you can kill it fast enough, then you can actually try to do it with 2 DPS and 2 bot, up to you. And that's it for the video. I'm gonna show you now the second run, which is again mostly for people that use Eagle Eye, because I don't have anything else to explain about the Rift. I will not speak about that, so enjoy the video if you want to see the second part, and if you're gonna stop here, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.